or perform to you via this medium. So you want to get yourself ready if you're a man, to enjoy songs from the women. But if you're a woman, of course, it's our day. Let's celebrate the women. Now you're ready for the big conversation. But before that, let's tell you how to get your child active. Now, are you ready to wake up the champion in your child today? That's right, the champion in your child. Don't just wake up your child. Help wake up the champion in them with energy from Milo, with Active Go and other foods. Now, your child needs all the help they can get as they go through their daily activities. Milo with Active Go contains the natural goodness of malt, milk, and cocoa, and is a source of vitamins. That's vitamin B2, B3, B6, B12, C and D, and minerals, iron, calcium, and phosphorus, and energize them with a nourishing cup of Milo every day. Milo, energy to go further. And this advert is approved by the FDA. Now let's jump to you, Cyril.
The quicker part. Discover a world of innovation, a world of luxury, and a world many of us dream about owning. Discover the world of Bang and Olufsen, the particularly true brand in the ever-evolving realm of high-end electronics you might love to own. Locate them at the showroom right here in Accra, Ghana Atlantic Towers, Liberation Road 1. Each passing day, month, year, varieties of drool-worthy new electronic gadgets ranging from exquisite home theaters, speakers, headphones, television sets, and soundbar products are released. Bang and Olufsen, like no one else.
Exactly.
Okay, guys, have you heard about the Wizkid Live?
We are
excited about being there.
That we believe that his
Are you going
rant,
to be there?
Huh? We believe that his rant is about his
The
concept.
rappers will be there.
Really?
The
rappers will be there.
It's happening
I'll be there.
It's happening on Saturday. I'll be
Yeah.
there too. I want to see how they
I'm gonna be there too.
fill the stadium.
Do you remember that thing?
I'm going to be there too.
Be there or be square.
That's to fill the stadium. So it's coming to us, Kind Ketsi Live Hub Entertainment. So the fun is going to be at the Accra Sports Stadium this Saturday is December 10th. Okay, so if you haven't gotten your tickets already, you can just dial *920 *60 *10 hash. I'll take that again. *920 *60 *10 hash. Or you can visit www.wizkidlive.happening.com. So the happening is HAPNIIN. Okay, don't miss that. www.wizkidlive.happening.com, and then you can grab your tickets there. Or you can also check out the Accra Mall. They have some of their tickets at the Accra Mall, certain outlets, so you can go there as well and look for it. Now remember that it's happening this weekend, and so yes, you are going to have so much fun. It's starting at December festivities and activities. So yes, why not? Come out, come have fun, come let's party.
I want to see what the reaction will be on
outside.
Saturday. How many rappers will show up? And
We definitely know Asaka is there. We definitely
okay.
know Yao Talk is coming. Of course, Maxine is not there.
if you guys a rapper,
No, not rapper, but I'm saying like a musician.
Yeah, the musicians,
That'll be
the
fun.
stars, the stars are going to be
Yeah.
there
Okay.
as well. And it's going to be, they are saying they're looking to start at 7 and end at 12. King. So,
well,
so a lot of factors.
it's a lot of things
Yeah.
to say. Then when the reality dawns on them, they'll know that in Ghana, 7 can never be 7.
Well,
No, there's a
Fun
lot of
event.
things that come in play when it comes to timing.
Exactly.
Like, I'm yet to see an event that says is going to start at a certain
The only
time
event
and
I
they
know
start.
that starts at the time they advertise is Uncle Ebo Wise Place.
You listen, it's true,
Yeah.
it's true, it's
Yeah.
true.
Whether-
it's true.
Whether they
hall
are
is-
there
the
or
hall is
not,
fully
we are
booked.
starting.
Yeah.
Started. Listen, you can go for an Ebo Wise show 10
8K.
minutes late and you've missed like
the whole
Yeah.
lot.
True.
Next time we'll do that.
That's true.
That's
very-
it's
it's very
only Uncle
important.
Ebo White
It's very important.
that says I'm
That's
doing it at
Shout
this
out,
time.
shout outs.
Yeah, and he does it. But shouts to George Quay as well. He's running Run for Your Wife again this December. So hopefully we get some invites to go see it, and we can now have a review. Sometimes a lot of people who have events, they forget to invite the media, but they expect the media to
talk
review,
about it.
and do all of the talking. So if you have an event this December and you're expecting that we don't review based on what we see on social media, you want to invite us so that we are there feeling gadochi. And that one you can actually review based on what you've seen and all of that. But it also tells you that we are very big on the conversation this December. Yesterday, we started the conversation about December in GH and what it's going to look like, the events that are likely to happen. We spoke to a ticketing agent from Ego Ticket. He's actually the CEO. He told us what is selling, who he's selling, and how it goes. Hopefully, we get to, unfold some more conversations as the days go by. But today, we'll be looking at what you're eating at your events. I guess we'll be going back into that conversation about what to eat at the event, what to drink, and how to manage yourself and your stomach during this December in GH. But before we go into that conversation, also a conversation that we want to have this morning. I know that will be top on a lot of people's minds. I've seen it on a lot of blogs. Now, the artists do not have a reason to come and blame blogs and media houses for not promoting them when they do great, because we've done that so much now that you cannot even talk about us not talking about you when you do these things. So big on the conversation this morning, before we even go into that December conversation, is a conversation about Black Sherif. Now, Black Sherif is being bigged up, by the man Akon, who also worked with DJ Neptunes. And Neptunes, we heard Rotimi talk about a few minutes ago. And we definitely will go into that conversation about Akon and what he says about Black Sherif. And there's also the conversation about Kiddy, who is all the way in India, making us proud. We'll definitely see that video of Akon speak about Black Sherif. But before we do that, there's a sad story this morning. Actually, funny face I saw on his timeline that he posted the death of his father. We know that Fanny has gone through very trying times, and just now when he's picking up, getting shows, he loses his father. We pray that the Lord God grants him some strength, and we pray that he's able to pick up, and there's a turning point in his life. May God grant his father some rest.
Our condolences.
Yeah,
Deepest
from the
condolences.
entire 3 Music TV team and PLUZZ team, and from Culture Daily. We wish
Deepest
him
condolences.
Sorry, bro.
So now, can we see the Black Sherif video where Akon is actually bigging him up in a conversation that has got nothing to do with him?
Whatever. You feel, you know what? Yeah, this is it.
I'm a huge fan of Black Sherif right now. I think he, maybe because he just reminded me of the energy of myself when I came out. When I see him, and I remember that first record, bro. I was in New York City when a friend of mine named Baco from Mali played me the song. I said, yo, who the F is that?
Yeah.
Bro, like you can hear, you can hear in his voice, like you don't even,
pain.
You can feel the pain, you feel the struggle, you hear the challenges, but you can just hear a ghetto kid just wanting to get out.
Yeah.
It's just, it's the way he says it. Like, it's real. It's not nothing that's fabricated.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
And you feel that, especially if you've been that. You understand?
100%.
And he's just one of those, I was like, wow, this kid is going to be something stupid. And if no major picks him up, they need to get to him before I do. I promise.
Why did I feel that we was getting to that? No, because you don't play when it comes to talent.
No.
That's one thing we know. We can go through the list of some of the biggest talents that maybe people overlooked. Right. Lady Gaga, right. T-Pain. The list does go on. But I'm just giving them 2 absolute world-class, stars. So like Black Sherif, you better run somewhere.
That boy right there is a monster. No, he's the voice to me. He's the voice of the youth in Africa.
All right, so that's a conversation with BBC One Extra. That guy is called, what's his name? I've forgotten. Adesope or something.
No, that's
Eddie Kadi. Oh, he's Congolese. He's Congolese, sorry. I was mistaken him for Adesope, who's also one of the BBC One guy. I hear he went to respond on behalf of Wizkid, and people have come hard at him. Anyway, let's talk about this one. So it's Eddie Kadi and, of course, Akon having a conversation, and he telling him about one guy from Africa. I've seen a lot of people react to it, but let's throw the question back to us here in the studio. I don't know what I make of it. I think Black Sherif has been winning back to back, and it makes it easier for everybody to join in his conversation and people to big him up. Congratulations to whoever is managing him, the team behind him, and of course, I keep saying that. Well, the team could be doing their best, but if the man himself is not putting in his best, there's nothing that we'll talk about. We'll keep saying, "Oh, the team is doing well," but the artist himself, So let's do the conversation back to us. C-Real.
What's up?
Tell us what's up. What are you seeing from that conversation? Akon wants to steal Black Sherif from us.
I mean, Black Sherif, he's hit the peak of trends. I wouldn't say he's a solidified artist in the industry because he's still on the rise. We don't know what level he's going to settle at before he starts, the lifespan of his career. Because it started out as who is this? To his Black Sherif a few performances that put him on the map. The 3 Music Awards, a few others. He finally on tour now, actually growing and locking down the brand. We've had DJ Khaled, we've had Burna Boy. So it's only right that it's gotten to somebody like Akon, who's in that space. And I like the conversation he's having. He said if no major label picks him up, he will. So even Akon has seen that Black Sherif's potential is worthy of that worldwide record label, not just like we were discussing the other day, some boys did my back, we did try wrong.
Me and my friends.
I really hope it doesn't get stuck in me and my team space, because the money that major record labels have, the connections, the machine they have, that's what is going to turn Black Sherif into a global phenomenon. He's doing well now, he's on the rise, everything is happening right for him, and it's just about the right person now. What do you call it? Destiny helper. Whether it's a record label, whether it's a major international financing, for whatever. But he needs that big money now. And then the Blacko story to the world, Charlie.
But wait, let me just chip in this. Have you noticed how we are all, in sync one way or the other today with our outfits?
Oh.
Yeah.
There's the news, there's the orange.
So you and I are more like on the news team, and this is the orange.
Yeah, and then MzGee has the orange going on with her eyeshadow.
Yeah, and my
But Lerny and I decided we'll wear this morning.
But you also have, it's just that the shade. Do we call that orange, or we call it yellowish brown? No,
it's new. It has mustard.
His color.
Mustard.
Yeah, that's mustard.
The shirt is a mix.
You are not even listening. I say your color.
My color. The inside. Yeah. I can't see myself, sister. I know what I'm wearing, but it's mustard. It comes on the cuffs and the collar.
I see.
But yeah, back to the matter of Black Sherif. I think that he's had a good run. He's had a really good run, especially this year, right? He's been shown and open to a whole new...
A larger audience,
a whole new set of eyes have seen him, and to the extent with which he can go, especially with the release of his album, right? We've seen him on that level as well. I mean, in previous years, we've just had his first, second sermons and then his songs here and there, right? But having to put all the talent in this particular album, I think that it has made people also latch onto him and like him on a whole different level. Now we have more of Black Sherif to consume. Now, I did mention sometime, I think yesterday, that he can actually run through his songs and have people sing to all of it back to back. Because one thing I noticed about the album is you're not just listening to one song on that album. You go through it from start to finish. You run through it. Unlike some albums that, you can just pick, this is the song I like, or that is the song I like. Or you just listen to one or two songs on that and move on. With his album, you are able to listen to all of it. I think he has something really special. He has something really, really special that we have to protect and preserve, right? Because typically Ghanaians have that thing that we do, that when someone is up there, you try to find faults one way or the other. Let's talk about that interview that the blogger had with the girl, his ex's dad, right? I mean, if people don't love Black Sherif as much as they love him and bashed that blogger and said that he's not a pro and all of that, imagine what would have happened.
I was disappointed in the girl's father, not the blogger. People will definitely ask questions they want to ask, but it's the response that matters. I respect everybody's style, and so people are eager to get news. But if you don't give them the news, they don't run with it. So it's the person answering. For me, most of the time, is because people can poke you anyhow they want to poke you. But to say the things that he said as a father of somebody who is gone to be with the Lord, and say, there were so nasty things he said about Black Sherif. I'm like,
but it's crazy. I think that
I
think that yes, we should protect Black Sherif and his craft and art, because I see him as that person that can win that very big award, either the Grammy or the BET, something.
It's the voice
It
of
will
the
be-
generation.
Yeah, it will be Black
Everybody
Sherif to
named
do
back.
that for us.
Yeah, true.
Everybody named back.
You know, even Anita was whispering in our ears that look at the conversation he had with was it
ZZ Mills.
ZZ Mills.
Oh, where they say he was
Plus
slurring.
Yeah.
Oh, the plus 233.
Yeah.
It was
plus
ZZ Mills
four
and
podcast, I
another
think
guy.
you
Yeah,
did.
Yeah.
it's plus 4.
He didn't
Because I
go.
said
Who
plus.
Ghanaian?
Plus
Plus
4
233.
podcast.
ZZ Mills.
You know, it didn't go viral, and people didn't, bash him because he had an accent in that. But when he out talk tried similar,
Small.
people started laughing
Small
and mocking him. I don't know whether
Blacko.
people think that Blacko.
Accra is closer to London than Kumasi.
No, but to be fair, to be
a special one,
To be
that's
fair,
it.
if I heard that bite on radio, I probably wouldn't have thought that was Blacko
No,
because he was spot on with the accent.
my friends are.
Ah,
Yeah.
shout out to small girl, yeah. That's the
Because we was homeless then,
Look,
Look, my
nailed
life is
the
good. Let my mother
accent.
enjoy it, please.
He
please,
nailed the
please.
accent.
when I heard a bite, I was like, hey, Goku.
Blacko Rasta.
Charlie, Goku now. And for me, and I think that I've always said is that Blacko is an embodiment of art. And I think, forget Idris Elba for now. I think he could be the next James Bond if you want to push that agenda. Yeah, I mean, look, I want to see Blacko act at this
Yeah,
point.
I think he did in Fortified.
Yeah.
If you see
Yeah,
the music
with the
video,
band.
You get,
yeah.
I really want to see him the
With the band.
blockbuster
Yeah,
action.
ready, yeah,
You see,
ready.
so me, I'm not even just looking at music anymore. I'm looking at
should get him in
maybe
the whole
a
space.
50 cent, putting him in maybe a power or something like. You get me, like
Yeah.
because
That'll
be
he's,
crazy.
you get me, because he's an
Oh,
embodiment
clap
of
for
art.
Olele, clap for Olele.
Yeah.
No, Charlie, no, see,
No, it's true, it's true.
Blacko, the way I see Blacko, look,
Oh.
every time I have to remind myself, this guy is just 19,
Yeah.
No, he's 20
No, at this
now.
point, I
Now he's
think
20.
he's 20, yeah.
and sometimes I wonder. The last time I was talking, I was like, Blacko, do you think everything's happening to you so fast? Because of what, in 2 years?
Yeah.
In 2 years, like all
After
these
pandemic, no.
No, but let's not forget that before these 2 years, he's
been
been
putting
down
the
and
work.
under doing, all the
Yeah,
necessary
to be
foundation
fair.
work.
Building
So,
foundation.
but
Yeah.
if you want
Yeah.
to be truthful to yourself, there are people who 5 years ago and they're still not there. They have been putting in the work
Yeah.
for 5 years. The people who you and I know have been doing
I
this,
think-
do great
Takes some
songs.
luck.
Well,
Yeah, it takes
Blacko, I
some
think
faith.
yeah,
I
he has
think.
something special.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Grace, hard
He
work
has
and grace
something
working together. I think he's an example of what hard work and grace means. He's also an example of preparation meeting opportunities.
True.
You could clearly see this is a man who was prepared for whatever was going to come. And I think he got the right team at the right time.
True.
To plug in some of these markets, and everywhere and anywhere Blacko has represented, he's been himself. He's been
Like, look at that conversation. He was so thinking he was in his living room.
You get
picking
to,
somebody he was so used to.
and I think
He
his
carries some. It's a lot of
Authentic.
confidence.
exactly.
In the way he
Authentic.
appears.
I think it's because he knows who he is, and
Maybe
he
it's
knows
a
where he's coming
Konongo
from.
Zongo thing, like I had somebody do an interview about, I think it's I've forgotten his name. He's somebody I know in the space, the entertainment space. I think he's a movie producer. Bring your name as I speak.
Koku Menuana.
No, he was talking about what you covered. Kudus, what's it called? Graffiti.
Yeah,
and he
yeah.
talked about the fact that if you're born in the Zongo, you're already 3 years
Ahead.
behind. No, he
Oh,
says
behind.
you're behind because you lose out on. I've forgotten his name. I think he's called Nabil. Nabil, that's Nabil. I've forgotten his. It's not Nabil Al Hassan,
Yeah.
but he's also Nabil.
Right.
But he is in the movie space.
Right.
Now he talked about the fact that you're 3 years behind, and so for them, like Kudus catching up and doing all of that, it's big for them and it's a huge inspiration. And I think so. I think the thing that if you're born in a certain setting you have is that you don't fear anything.
Right.
You've seen too much
Yeah,
of things. I think
yeah.
that's the kind of confidence that,
Yeah.
if you ask me,
Yeah.
Blacko exudes because of where he's coming from.
Yeah.
Because like you're going to try to survive. Is the means is not
50
there.
Cent,
Survival
50 Cent
first.
said it best: get rich or try dying.
Yeah.
And that's his whole brand. Because
Yeah.
50 said something similar. that,
Die trying.
Yeah.
Try dying. No, try trying.
Don't try.
Try trying.
Have
He
you
said
taken-
try dying.
He said,
I
I
didn't
don't know, I
hear.
didn't.
Yes,
I thought I
he did.
heard.
Holy Spirit's fire.
Is that try diet? Really? Yes.
I said get rich or die trying.
Yeah, that's what I'll play it back for you.
He hasn't eaten this morning, that's why I don't mind it. Yeah, but he said it that like he grew up from gang culture in the hood. They have nothing. So when he finally gets recognition and he goes into a meeting and somebody says, "Oh, what do you want in return?" He's not going to minimize and now be doing
Yeah.
What do you want to return? $50 million cash up front.
He knows where he's coming from.
Yeah, because if you say no to me, it's still that no is still not going to be worse than the worst thing I've been through. Like I've seen everything already. So the only way is up. And that mentality is what made 50 a global success now. So if Blacko keeps that fire in psychologically that, what's the worst that can happen to me and keeps demanding what is coming to him, the world will respond.
It's all great and nice and it's beautiful and it's fantastic. We talk about, the success he's experiencing and continuing to experience. But at some point in time, I think about, his mental health. He
posted something like that.
That is what I'm saying. Like, one time ago, I think just before, is it Global Citizen? Just before Global Citizen, I saw a tweet where he said, "Every morning I wake up, I fight for my life." There are some subliminal tweets he puts out that people are ignoring. They think, oh, maybe Blacko is just trying to be deep.
This is why I pray that he gets the right team.
Yeah. So when I talk about right team, I'm even talking about having like clinical psychologists around him, because this is someone, like you said, coming from the Zongo, right?
Yeah.
There's a lot of inspiration, motivation from where he's coming from, but he's going to places where he didn't see it coming. So when he says, "If you told me that I will wave this flag high," I wouldn't have believed you, because yes, he thought, yes, I will do music and I'll represent Ghana.
That's soldier.
He gets that soldier, but I didn't know that it would get to this point.
And also it's expected because of his age. He's
Right.
really young.
Exactly.
And then with where he's gotten to now,
Right.
he's broken boundaries that people way older than him haven't even gotten to, right? So I think that's why I said we should protect and preserve him. By all means, at
Necessary,
all
yeah.
costs, we should, because he is young. And if you don't take care, he can just easily trail.
Exactly.
Right? The
Exactly.
fame can just overly
There's
get
only
to
much
him,
you can
and
take at this point.
Exactly. So it's really important that
For those of you
we
who
do
haven't
our
seen,
best to protect.
For those of you who haven't seen Black Sherry's video, the one I was talking about, where I said people didn't bash him for the accents, our producers say they have it. Let's listen to it. I hope that you get to enjoy his accent.
How was the journey for you? So you finished high school, and then how did we get here to the?
So after high school, I started like putting out freestyles.
Okay.
Like raw recorded freestyles with my beatbox playing beats and me singing to the camera. On Instagram, started getting lots of interactions and all that. So I moved from where I was, Konongo Zongo.
Okay.
That's where I'm from, Konongo Zongo. It's like 4 hours from Accra.
Oh, okay.
4 hours away from Accra.
Right.
An hour away from Kumasi.
How do you say it again?
Konongo Zongo.
I'm not gonna try and say it.
I don't know why you even asked him to
Konongo.
You leave that.
Konongo Zongo.
Yes, man.
Konongo Zongo.
Perfect.
Why are you pushing your lip out like that? You gotta do
Because
what
you
that
have
with
to.
your lip.
You have to. Okay, so what's it like? I don't like the word role model because that's a really strong
Yeah,
word.
it's strong. I don't want
too
role
strong.
model.
It's a very strong
Yeah,
word.
it's
But
very
people,
strong.
like you said, people are looking up to you.
Yeah, inspire people.
You
Kids,
inspire
man,
people.
around
So
the world, yeah.
it's nice because you know what it is also? I think it's good when musicians do education and do what they're doing at the same time, because the reality is not everyone's going to get to be you.
I won't lie to you.
Like not everyone's going to have his success. Not everyone is going to have your fortune kind of thing. So I think it's a good idea that you show like you can do this and you can do that.
Yeah,
do both at the same time. Whatever works. Whatever doesn't type of vibe.
Do your best.
Do your best.
For real.
I dropped out of uni, so don't drop out. I dropped out because someone broke my heart.
Wait, what?
Yeah, I dropped out of uni.
For exclusive grit. I have the grit to do this all day long. So and I feel like I've built up a CV in this. Like for instance, if we quote unquote fell off, right? Our body right now, I have a TV table with only one half of it sorted. The whole other door of the
can't
other
put it
one
all together.
I failed.
You're gonna pay someone to do it, aren't you?
Facts. That's a fact.
Yeah, I used to get clowned for that though, because when I was a kid, like I didn't have this much strength.
Right.
So like when we got to events, people carrying chairs and that, I'll just say 2, 1.
But they'll be taking 4 in the pack.
You understand me? And getting more money, because like we used to like target events. when it's getting close, when they're about to close, like we just go there to pack chairs for money.
Oh, okay,
So the match you pack, the money you get, you must stand. So I used to just pack 1, 2, 2. So I always had a little money.
Speaking of money, how much people are asking you for money now?
Oh.
Look at it, like, I can feel your pain from here. I can literally feel the pain emanating from your body.
Yes, man. Lots. Yeah. Yeah, because actually, you know where we're from? It's Greece, you understand me?
Yeah.
Yeah. And now they see you, okay, are there. But I try my best, you know.
But that's don't put too much pressure on yourself. Though.
Yes, man.
You're young.
I try my best.
It's mad, you know.
Yeah, but that also what I'm saying is enjoy yourself and obviously help people if you can and whatnot.
For real.
But don't have that don't feel like you have to have that responsibility on your shoulders because we hear it a lot. A lot of young people when they do come from maybe environments that are not the best.
All right, so that's Blacko, yeah. Speaking in London. Well, don't mind us. So that's the Blacko video that went viral. And people said, oh, Blacko got an accent whilst he arrived in UK. But I'm saying if you're friends with Stormzy, you're friends with, let me try get an accent. I'll talk. Yeah. And you show up at in the UK.
Yeah.
Why can't you have an accent?
No, but you know, looking at it, it's rather unfortunate how we feel like we have to adopt a certain tongue to be able to speak when it comes to certain
I don't think we do. You know what happened to me?
It can't be natural.
I tried to speak like myself, but when I got into the United States setting and I stayed there for quite a while, I think it's just natural that when they are speaking to you,
it enters your subconscious.
You want to try to speak
but there are
like
people
they are
who have
speaking
lived.
so that they will understand you. Like you're feeling like if you speak like this, they will be asking you, what do you say?
What do you mean?
What's saying? What do you mean?
When Jay Foley comes back and he's not slanging,
We'll test it with Jay Foley. We'll test it with
Jay, are you hearing? If you come back here without slang,
The thing is that
grassroots guy.
once you enter this jurisdiction,
yeah.
But do you know?
That's what I was going to say. Like,
sister, do you know?
honestly, I don't
it's
know
not
why.
My first. Please.
Well, I don't
why
know.
accents change.
I don't know.
Honestly.
But when I got back here, I started sounding like myself. But then I keep hearing, what are you saying?
What about pilots?
Oh, it's like...
And air hostesses.
Well,
and people who travel every month. And people who go on holidays. It's not a must.
We should be
Some
as
people,
original as possible.
I know people in the UK that you call them right now and you put it on speaker, you think it's in Carnation. No, if I don't tell you that, oh, Charlie,
this is in the UK.
It's in Birmingham. I know people who've been in the UK since SS.
Yeah, and the
I call them and we
change.
talk and it's like he's in next door.
The accent doesn't
So it's
change.
not by force.
Well,
a lot of people are able to preserve their
Exactly.
but you know that is a bad thing. Some people switch, some people don't switch.
Yeah. Some people do it well.
The worst one is that when people talk to foreigners in Ghana here and switch.
They want to try sound like that.
Yeah.
Or some people travel to Kenya and come back and they are slurring. Like, what's wrong with you?
Kenya. Please, on that note, let's go to India. Let's see whether Kidi has also switched accents now that he's in India.
I doubt it. I doubt it.
You doubt it?
I doubt it.
Well, let's go check out ourselves.
You can't talk like no shake your head. You have to shake your head.
It's a video.
Yes.
Okay, so we hear it's not a song, it's not a speech. It's
Play
just
the video.
walking.
Just a video of him walking to the airport. Just walking to the airport.
What are you doing? Tell us.
He was walking to the airport.
Well, let's see him with that Indian star on our screen and have a bite at that, and then we'll move on to our conversation of the day.
That's going to be out very soon, and we can't tell you much, but we can talk about what it's about. बहुत जल्दी सुनने को मिलेगा हमारा collaboration.
Okay, so that's Kidi hoping to get an Indian song with the Indian star he's working
Remember
with.
they said the stats for the
Touch It song
was biggest.
That's
India.
actually what they are doing, a remix.
They are doing a remix of that.
Yeah.
Did you see
Okay.
the snippet of the video?
There's
The
a
remix?
snippet. Yeah. They're actually shooting
There's a snippet of a video. They are on a boat.
a boat-like structure with
Kiddies
Kiddy
on the top, the girl
and
is
then
down.
the girl is
Oh, so
down.
there's going to
that's
be a
why
video
people
for
are
that.
like, why
Yeah,
is
they
he
are
on
doing
top
all.
and the girl is
They
down?
are remixing.
Ah.
Yeah.
Okay.
What's that
What's
for?
wrong with that?
People were asking why Kiddy was on top and the girl was below. I was
How?
wondering what they were talking about.
Hey, ready.
I mean, you guys are
You're too dead to culture daily.
How? I don't understand.
Hey.
No, like you know, you guys were saying that
You
I haven't
people-
seen the video.
you
Right?
people-
You said said Kid
people
was on
mess up,
top.
keke.
Yes.
Kid was on top. And the girl
It's a
was where?
boat, yeah, but it has like they've partitioned it into like a top deck and then the
lower
bottom,
deck.
yeah.
So
So
they
we
were asking
have
why Kid was on top and the girl was below. That's what I'm saying.
On that note,
people will have a
And
problem
he's a
with
Miss G
everything.
Sati.
No,
She's
but
Sati with
you
the
know-
issue.
You know, the thing he's saying, if you think through it, it's just people with very, very naughty brains, you know, and naughty minds
Yeah.
that will be
Ah,
thinking
well.
like
Way
that.
too
That's where
well.
my mind
Oh,
was.
but
That's
if I was
like,
kid, I'll also be on top, so it's fine.
All right, ladies and
I
Just be
gentlemen.
going there.
I hear we are partnering Obi and Ponsan.
Yes, we are
this
partnering
weekend
Obi and
with
Ponsan.
Ghanaian by card, you know, which is also happening.
I love the title, by the way.
Yeah,
Ghanaian
especially
by
in this
card.
dispensation when you have to identify with your
Exactly.
Ghana card.
Ghanaian
you
by
know,
card.
But
Ghanaian
the
by
Ghana
card.
card, are we going to use it this December?
Touch
I'm
up.
just thinking
Touch
about
up.
it. What
To do
are you
what?
going
Touch
to use
up.
it for? I'm just thinking maybe you go somewhere they'll say show your Ghana card.
The vice president said the Ghana card is more important than.
Yep. Then what?
Go and try board Delta.
See, let's talk about Obi and Ponsan, who we are partnering before we go on a quick break. So Obi and Ponsan has his comedy show coming up on the 9th, which is on Friday, I guess. And then it's going for 150 Ghana cedis and then 250 Ghana cedis. That's for the premium ticket. So he calls the premium Ghana card holders. You pay 250, and if you are a Ghana card holder, you pay 150, but we are proud sponsors or media partners of the Ghanaian by card, which is by Obi and Ponsan. It's comedy special. It's happening at the National Theatre. You want to dial *447 *1000 #. Now *447 *1000 #, and then you follow the prompts to buy your ticket, or you can call 024334. They said the number you recite it this way: 024 334 4024. 024 334 4024 or 050 332 6542. We'll take a break. When we are back, we'll talk about your food, your sleep, what you drink as we prepare to party. Even though party is not in town.
Party after
I thought it was
party.
Richie's song she was singing.
Shock.
You talk about your sleep, talk about your mood, talk about the party. When she started, I was like, MzGee, hey.
Extra beats.
And you're welcome to the big conversation. You're welcome back. Actually, we started the big conversation at a few minutes to 9. We've been talking about some issues, including Black Sherif, Kiddy, who you just heard from. And now we are going to talk about what you're about to eat, drink, and how you sleep during these festivities. Now, before we even came back to the studio, I had Lerny and, of course, C-Real talking about the fact that, Charlie, the thing has started. No, the state council said RTP is on Sunday, Whiskey is on Saturday. They said Obiang is on Friday. So they're already thinking
and today's Wednesday.
And today's Wednesday. So you have just tomorrow.
Outside.
So it means that the events have already started piling up, and then we are ready to start moving. But whilst we are at it, definitely we'll eat something, we'll drink something, and then we'll go to sleep. At what time is the food going to digest?
Especially for Lerny.
Not again.
I will leave you alone. All of us gonna down a lot.
Me, I'm going to deworm more. I'm going to deworm and prep my stomach for the Christmas.
You have to be snake.
No, she's deworming and prepping her stomach.
I'm going to prep my stomach so that I can, my body can take the things well.
You know what I like about everything you said yesterday? She said when you eat, then you need to shake your body then to enter. Anyway, so we are talking nutrition this morning. We have a dietitian Nii to join us. Nii is, are you CEO or you're just an entity? Your thing is called Nimart Nutrition.
Yeah.
So you're CEO of it?
Yes.
Oh, why? You're not too sure. Well, thank you for joining us this morning.
Okay, thank
All
you.
right, so we're going to be talking food, what we're drinking as we go to events this December. Yesterday, we were here talking about all the things that, could happen, with food and the vendors and the drinks that we could have without even knowing that some of them are poisonous, without knowing that some of them have expired. Yeah. So you want to set the tone for us on what to do. But before we do that, let's talk to C-Real, who's got, B&O to deliver to us. So C-Real is
let's
the man.
Let's go. It's like the B&O there is on your head.
No, once you drop the cash, he has to always respond to it.
It's not a problem.
It's not a problem at all.
Let me get the script.
Yeah. So he's getting the script for B&O, and then whilst he does that, you have whiskey there.
Who would have thought when I was playing in my room doing voiceovers? Who would have thought I'll be here doing
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Discover a world of innovation, a world of luxury, and a world many of us dream about owning. Discover the world of Bang & Olufsen, a particularly true brand in the ever-evolving realm of high-end electronics you might love to own. Locate us at our showroom right here in Accra, Ghana, Atlantic Tower, Liberation Road 1. Each passing day, month, and year, varieties of drool-worthy new electronic gadgets ranging from exquisite home theaters, speakers, headphones, television sets, and soundbar products are released. Bang & Olufsen, like no one else.
Like no one else, definitely. Another thing that's going to be like none other is WizKid Live in concert. It's happening on Saturday, 10 December. Come have fun. If you haven't gotten your tickets yet, you can definitely get your tickets from Accra Mall. Just stop by. They have outlets there that are selling the tickets. So just stop by there or just check out www.wizkidlive.happening.com. And the happening is HAPNIIN.com, right, to get your tickets. Or you can dial the short code *920 *60 *10 hash *920 *60 *10 hash, and then get your ticket. It's happening at Accra Sports Stadium. That's where all roads are leading to. And so yes, I'm happy that people will get to see what they have in store, because I've gotten the privilege to see some of the setup, how it's going to look. I mean, with their mock-up, right? So I'm really excited to see how that's going to translate to the actual setup. So
okay, we're looking forward to it. All right.
Yeah. You know Milo? Why are you laughing?
You know what that just rang in my mind.
I go make sure we check everybody in medication. Only little they taking medication.
That just rang mirror like mirror.
Yeah, so some of us are looking to start Project Mbappe, Project Ronaldo.
At what age?
Oh, as soon as you do then I'll buy football for you.
Charlie, don't give me Venus and Serena Williams.
No problem.
I'm going to.
But that's why you need Milo. You understand? Yeah, that's why you need Milo, because every child's got a champion in them. So are you ready to wake up the champion in your child today? Best believe that you don't want to wake up your child and then just see the nonsense of them, but you want to see the champion in them with energy. From Milo with Active Go and other foods. The nutritionist is here is going to tell us what Active Go means, right? Okay, all right. So your child needs all the help they can as they go through their daily activities. Milo with Active Go contains the natural goodness of malt and milk, and malt and milk. Where are they?
The biscuit, right?
Yeah. That biscuit was addictive, eh?
That there's been different versions.
No, nothing can be.
But Lenny will know.
When you drive on the
Nothing can be the
motorway,
original.
when you drive on the motorway after the abattoir,
I know the blue building on the left.
That hits you from there.
Oh, really?
You know I rolled down.
The original one.
In a long
Sister,
The
I
original
rolled
one.
down.
There's a lot
When
of
I see the blue
versions.
building coming, I rolled down all the windows, sunroof. Then I slowed down in the slow down.
Well,
the biscuit scent is better than bread scent. You know that when you go
Because
to the bakery.
considering how malt and milk was everywhere
Yeah,
years
something
back,
happened.
and then now.
well,
No, there are different
Wow.
versions of it now.
But there's an original one.
Yeah, true.
It's not too thick, not too light.
Well, I know what the original one is. The original one is captured in Milo. So you gonna find the original one in Milo, and of course, he has cocoa, source of vitamins B2, B3, B6, B12, C and D. I don't like C and D a lot because it reminds me of what I got in French, but it's okay. Minerals. You have iron, calcium, of course, calcium, phosphorus. What's the chemical symbol for calcium, phosphorus?
Please, we are doing an.
Okay, all right.
Really? Science.
You never did periodic elements.
This is the NAPH. I think it's NAPH. I might be wrong.
Energize them with a nourishing cup of Milo every day. Milo, energy to go further. This advert is FDA approved.
All right. So now that we've talked about food,
Yeah.
let's start with you, Nii.
Yeah.
We are preparing for the big season.
Yeah.
Some people have already started the season. We've already started going. Last week Friday, I was at the Legends Night. I ate a lot of kebab there. And
These are my confessions.
which is a lot of
Confessions are coming.
Like that's what I mostly do at events. And now we're going to talk about nutrition. Tell us, what should it look like on our plates when we go to events? And I saw a lot of people eating a lot of donuts.
At that time
Especially
of the
fast
night,
food
right?
stuff.
Yeah.
Like it's around 9
I am
p.m. 10
personally
p.m.
concerned about the fast foods because meat is. I'm confessing, meat is my.
You're also
problem.
big on meat, eh?
Sister.
It's important.
Animal.
These are my confessions.
Animal. I like animal.
important.
I don't call it meat though. Animal. Sister, I don't play with animal. Hey.
So what are we supposed to be eating?
Yeah, so what I would say is that this Christmas, there's not a time to restrict yourself.
You should go all
Hey, you're
out.
not giving us go ahead.
Charlie, up your man on mic. Up your mic. Let the microphone shout.
Because some of us are restricting ourselves throughout the year.
Yeah.
So this is the time you need to open up and enjoy a variety of, most important, are local foods. Yeah, so let's try something from central region, try something from the northern region, try something from different regions. This is the time you need to explore, not to restrict yourself. But let's keep this in mind, in moderation. That's the important thing, because you can't just be doing everything just like that. So that's what I would advise. Let me start with the meat. The problem with the meat here is the fat content. And you see, let me just not to scare you guys, but you see, taking kebab can increase your risk for cancer.
Hey.
So let me explain it.
It's the
So
open
you see,
fire,
Charlie, gentlemen,
right?
thank you for coming to the show.
So
I'm closing him. I want you can go.
No, I heard that somewhere before. It's the open fire,
The
the
open
metal,
fire,
all of
yes.
that, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So what happens is the fat content comes in contact with the open fire, causes a cancerous compound.
Hey,
That is why it's important that you don't take kebab with beer, alcoholic drinks. But a healthy way to switch it.
Bro, order your Uber. Order your
So
Uber.
you see, so
Order
what
your
happens is
Uber.
that you see, the cause of cancer is not known.
Okay.
So that you be like, they'll just tell you have cancer and all that. These are some of the common lifestyles that predispose us to all these conditions. And that is why it's very important that you need to take it. Because here's the case, when you take the natural fruit juice, they contain what we call antioxidants. These ones can reduce your risk of having cancer.
This is kebab with natural food.
So mainly the meats that are grilled on these grillers. with
So
high-
even the ones we do at home,
yeah, so
the
even-
barbecue at home.
Yeah, so what we even advise is doing the oven grilling is very
Better.
healthy because it's hot air that hovers around the meat and prepares the meat for you.
No, we want our neighbors to know that we're having a party.
If I put the pork on the tail, it doesn't do.
So, you see,
I'm
so
doing here.
there's a healthy way to go about it. If you're grilling, you can add vegetables to it. So you still have your same antioxidants that can also reduce your risk for all these ones. And also the fire, it needs to have a certain temperature. It shouldn't be
we
so
don't do
high.
temperature.
We don't even know it.
We don't do that Celsius.
So if
Especially when you're grilling on, doing the barbecue. No
Yeah, so
temperature.
you see-
You just want to see the fire. Is it burning? Anyway.
Wow.
So it's like if you look at sometimes, if you observe this aboki guys, right? They don't use a lot of charcoal. They just use a little charcoal, and that's a very healthy way to go about.
Oh, so you're
when it
saying that
comes
bochi is healthy?
Yeah, so the meat abochi prepares, we don't know the conditions of the meat that even where they get it from. And that's why even this Christmas festive, you see, what happens is that most of the times after Christmas, we have a lot of typhoid cases.
Oh.
Yes, after Christmas, that's data from most of the hospitals that I consult. You have a lot of typhoid cases. And there's a reason. Where we buy the food, we have to even observe the vendors. Some do not even wash their hands before picking the food items.
Like MzGee's cocoa seller.
So what we do, we're advising people to start using gloves. The
The
disposable
fire
gloves.
will melt the glove.
No, I mean
We have
picking
barbecue gloves
Okay.
anyway,
yeah,
but they're
ready to
expensive.
eat foods. Yes, use gloves or use tongs to pick those items. Make sure they cover the food. We don't have flies over the place. Make sure these vendors wash their hands often. It's very important because this typhoid, but the bacteria that causes typhoid comes from our pee and our stools. So it's very important that people that handle food. That's why if you're buying even the raw vegetables from the market, when you bring it back home, try and wash it and prep it in the bowls into your fridge. That's the healthy way to go. Make sure you always wash it. And also, we also advise people that when you order foods from the restaurant, look at the presentation of the salad. Does it have a funny smell? Is it too hot? Salad is supposed to be served cold.
Yeah.
So usually when I order food from the restaurant, I don't take the salad. I always straight away because I don't know the condition.
I do same. I actually
Yes.
don't touch
Or what you can also do is that if you order like a big bowl of salad, when you bring it home, just saute it a little bit because the bacteria that causes typhoid can be killed at the temperature of 60 to 70 degrees Celsius. So you can saute it a little bit, and that would be the healthy way to go. So we need to watch on all this during this Christmas period. Make sure that you don't buy. You always say that buying wachi from the gutter is always nice, but trust me, that's a simple way to kill yourself.
And another, I don't know whether I should call it a dish or I should call it a snack. Roasted plantain.
Yeah.
It's
broke man.
yeah, it's spread all across the city, right? And it's like your go-to snack, in the afternoon,
And it's
because
very healthy, but now it's very expensive.
yes,
Yeah, it's not broke
Now it's
money
not broke
anymore.
money.
it's not broken anymore.
Yeah, I think this
Hey,
is more
depending
piece
on which
about.
area you're buying from.
Yeah, the East Legon
Yeah,
area,
like
It's
the
forced.
East Legon
It's
area is
plush.
here.
You can get forced.
I don't know why MzGee is holding his Lagos hostage today like that.
Hey.
So, like a snack like roasted plantain, where we see the vendors literally turn, some these days some even use spatulas to turn.
tongs,
Yeah, I mean, talk to us about that kind of, because people say, oh, I mean, just like Kelly William, like you said, wache, it requires that you use your hand to turn and turn and turn and turn. But people eat it a lot, and I have suffered. The reason I'm asking, I have suffered typhoid because of that.
Yeah.
So maybe you want to help us on how to go about buying meals like that, on the festive season like this.
Yeah, I think that's true. So when it comes to these foods, we advise them to use the tongs, and we advise them to also wash it often.
Yes.
So if you're done with the first batch, before you put the second batch, make sure you wash the tongs again.
Okay.
Then also the paper that we used to serve, I don't advise them to use graphic or the magazines.
Yes.
Those
Like
are
this is like the
awesome.
Kelly William and stuff like
Yes,
that,
so
right?
let's use a plain paper. Or you see, I also advise some people to even use the plantain leaf to sell.
Yeah.
The one they
Because
use for
what
the
happen-
beans.
Yeah, Charlie, it's very healthy
Or the
because those
wachi.
ones, when heat comes in contact with the green leaf, you get a lot of antioxidants that even can reduce your blood pressure, blood sugars. And you see, it also comes with this flavor. You see, being served in the green leaf has a very the
It
taste is
tastes
always
different. And the watching.
There's a
It's
different
true.
vibe when it
Minister
comes
of
to
Food and
It's true. See,
Minister of
it's
Food and
true.
Agriculture.
I agree. If you say beans in pack and beans in ahaban,
difference
it
is-
tastes
is
different.
big, it's big.
Watch it in pack, watch it in ahaban, it tastes different. Even rice in ahaban and rice in pack, it tastes different. When you buy it, don't eat it fresh. Just wait like 30 minutes. Let it enter.
Hey, you see? Enter.
Go
Hey.
inside. See, it's different. You see how you said, It's true. I don't lie.
she's preaching good, pa.
It's that wonderful.
Wow. She mentioned Park and her buying.
Yeah.
Is there something we need to be mindful of or mindful about when we are buying foods in pack? Because a lot of people are going to be eating from packs.
Yeah.
They will not have the opportunity to get food from the leaves and stuff like that.
And that's also the problem. You see, when rubber, the plastic that we produce, also contain a chemical called BPA. It's also when it comes to contact with heat, like or hot food, it leaches into the food. And these ones are also cancerous chemicals. Those are the things. That's what I'm saying, that the causes of cancer is not really known, but there's a lot of factors. So we advise people that if it's possible, you see, buying food in the Habai or let's say the green leaf, it comes with some swagger. Me, that's how I see it. Yes. So I advise people to do that. And it's even with the kinky. Sometimes you see the kinky, they've packed it in the white rubber. For the server. These things are not really healthy, but we advise them to find a different way to go about all this. Because sometimes, what I also say is that sometimes you may not know. You may have an increased risk for cancer because of a family history. And by these lifestyles, you increase your risk. And in the time, like 30 years, you have cancer. And the cancer cells can be found at any part. It can be in your prostate as a guy, it can be from throat, your breast, any parts of your body. And this is a big problem. But what I advise is let's all find a good way to go about it. That is why we need to eat fruits. We need to eat more vegetables. This one contains
I'm worried. The main carcinogens for cancer are alcohol, tobacco, and processed meat. Right. And these same three things are this is literally chilling.
Those are the elements for chilling.
Those are just saying.
It's actually chilling.
Yeah, that is chilling. Equal to maybe you grab one cigar, you drink one beer, you choose some kebab. That is the Christmas. And you are now telling me that 20 years from now, so God forbid, they will come and tell you something because of that. So should we eat in the house? Let me do my rice and beans, do my chicken stew, eat in my plate, know that I'm alive. Then I go and look at the performance.
I'll carry it along with you.
Because
So you see, what happens is that with my clients, there's a lifestyle we put them on. So we have a morning routine where we can have cloves with warm water.
Cloves.
Warm water. Okay. People that are on this lifestyle.
So Lenny is loving you right now because
so it's not the lemon and
those ones are also very lemon water can be
ginger
with honey,
garlic capsules and stuff. Yes, we do all that.
Turkey berries.
What does that do?
No wonder the food is not showing.
Let it if it goes in the mouth.
It protects your cells from these.
They contain antioxidants.
So cloves and warm water in the morning.
Morning can be very good.
In what quantity?
Just something small. It can be 250. It depends.
Warm water.
Somebody can consume 500 mils, but 250 can be 150, 350. Just little.
This is when you wake up fresh.
You wake up fresh. Yes.
And you drink.
You guys don't want to start your morning.
Okay.
And that one also makes you sweat.
Okay.
Makes you sweat a lot. You can visit the loo after that. So people that have chronic constipation, put them on all this.
the gate.
So you take that before breakfast?
Yeah, before breakfast.
Wow.
So even before you shower.
Now, so for those who don't want to do cloves, how about just warm water in the morning or warm water and some honey in the morning?
Warm water is just water. The reason why we are doing herbs like mint leaf, cloves, other herbs and spices like turmeric, cinnamon and all that, they contain certain compounds that are like immune boosting factors in them. That is why we include them. So what happens is that the warm water increase the rate at which it extracts all this one from these things. That's why we use the warm water. And the warm water, you see, when you take it in the morning, you feel some vibe, you sweat and all that. That's why you do that. Okay. But just only warm water, just like drinking normal water. Yes.
I'm happy you mentioned. Okay, please, Evelyn, go ahead.
Okay. And then also eating of fruits, right? I did read somewhere that when you eat fruits after a heavy meal, it's not good. So it's ideal to eat fruits in the morning. But you don't find, like on an empty stomach, but you don't find people doing that. Generally, they'll say maybe sweet after meals. So we'd rather eat the fruits after we have a heavy meal. So if you can also clarify that for us.
Yeah, so there are different ways you can eat fruit. You can have fruit as a whole meal, like a whole meal. But fruit alone is not balanced. So if I want to give you fruit as a whole meal, I can add milk to it. I can add some nuts to it. It makes it more balanced as a fruit meal in the morning. And the other side is like a snack. So let's say you're done with your breakfast and 1 hour or two after that, you can just have a small tangerine, open it up and just take it. Orange, you can go for a small apple, you can go for that one, any fruit at all. Especially the ones in season, because the ones that are out of season, the price there, it's cool. You can create hole for your pocket inside. So we do all that just to keep people and a healthy living.
I'm interested in the boosting the immune system bit. You know, some of our brothers and sisters who fly into the country after a few jams, they get sick. They either are catching a cold, they have a headache, and so on and so forth. What are some of the things they and ourselves we can do to keep the immune system,
immune?
Up, up there, so that just because when you're out there at night, mosquitoes are having a feast on your body, and you are not even feeling because you are jamming, and then you come home and you can't wake up, you are sweating. Like, what are some of the things we can do to boost the immune system just to keep the jams active?
So the first thing is when you change environment, your body also changes. If, let's say, I stay here for a longer time, my body gets used to this. When I move to a different place, the body has to adjust. And that way, you can also fall sick. And you get exposed to different things. So, personally, when I travel to Ebri, I use nose masks because it's very cold and I can get cold at any time.
Right.
So we advise them on these lifestyles. I also advise them on places to buy food.
Okay.
Because most of my foreign clients, when they come, the first week now, typhoid or any diarrhea and stuff. So I tell them, if you want to eat street foods, be careful. You need to know where to buy the street foods from. When it comes to immune boosting, basically, almost all of our local foods are immune boosters.
Okay.
Almost all our local foods.
Okay.
So let me take banku and okra stew. So okra stew, ademe, boma, and all these things are immune boosters.
Lenny's eyes are
So these ones are the grains that are immune boosters already. That's it. Banku uses some little energy and all that. So that's what you can have vegetable light soup. So light soup, cuts cucumber, carrot in it.
Hiya.
Yeah. So when it comes to vegetable light soup, some clients,
I'll try it. try it.
Well, if you say, why wouldn't we blend it and pour in it?
Yeah, so if you can take the
better,
chunks, the vegetable chunks, you can blend it and mix it.
Or carrot light soup.
Like they do for children.
Carrots. Almost all my light soup has carrots. I don't use tomato puree, so I use the carrots
instead of the
puree. Yeah. So, but I prefer that. Maybe I've not tried cucumber in like a blend in soup. Maybe I'll try that. But to chop them in, I don't know how to do that.
Yeah. So you see,
as
part of
but it tastes good. It's just like you have garden eggs in the soup.
But garden eggs, even me, I don't do garden egg. They say it's an ever thing, but I don't do it. Yes. I would rather blend and pour in the garden egg. Yeah, I'm like I told you, I'm more like a swallow person. So anything that I'll have to chew for long.
And so for the chewing thing is one of the skills that people don't want to lose weight, right?
Oh, chewing is good.
Yeah, so the more they chew, the more they get tired.
Yeah, maybe that's why I don't like it.
So we have different ways in helping people to lose weight.
That explains why Ghana we are heavy, because 90% of is swallow.
So that is the
but we don't have more swallow than the Nigerians, though.
But Nigerians also heavy. I want to something that I also learned and do is hot tea, no sugar after meals. I want you to speak if you can about that. Because apparently it helps with
digestion.
Digestion and clearing your palate.
So it's not every tea. So it's basically green teas.
Green teas,
yeah. So that is.
So after a night out of combining MzGee's barbecue, drinking small carrots,
you can have that.
One beer,
you can have
my cigar. Then
you remove the good arts.
Then when I reach house, then I can do my duty.
But how harmful is that? What he's saying? I've heard people say that you can't combine, like maybe tea, alcohol, all of that. When you're done, you come in. I have to chill in all night. Then you come in and drink something like that. Some people say it's not good for your health as well.
Oh, no, I don't really have any idea about that. But you see, it's at different times. What happens is that we have something we call nutrient and nutrient interactions. Combining certain foods can affect you. But if it's within certain, there's a period in between those things.
Okay, intervals, okay.
I have a question from two of our production members. Anita. Her name is Anita. And the other guy's name is Stip.
Stippy.
They are alcoholics. And they are, no, but on the last side, they are saying they are feeding me some good questions. They said most people go out and get quote unquote wasted. Then they break. Then
hangover.
But there's another event today. We need to reset.
Need to shake.
How can I reset fast? 1 hour maximum. I'm back to robot. Which one? Which foods? Is there a soup? Is there a vegetable? Is there a tea we can look at? You are laughing. People ask a lot. People ask. This is the most asked question.
The problem here is that you see, I'm advising the youth to be very careful about this alcohol stuff. It's very addictive.
Oh, bro.
You should hear what she's saying.
Your Uber has arrived, bro. Oh, you see, your Uber has arrived.
Tell us.
So the problem here, you see, because we work in the hospital, right?
You get to see a lot of things.
Yeah.
A lot of, you see, these kidney cases we have.
Yesterday I spoke about alcohol poisoning.
Most of the kidney cases, the liver cases, are coming from history with alcohol. You get it. And sometimes when they go out, some people are being poisoned.
Through alcohol.
Because they're certain poison, when they put it inside, within 30 minutes you die. Because it moves very fast into your liver.
Wow.
And the liver is the way it saves you from a lot of toxins. And so when it gets destroyed, then
that's it.
Opened. So that's what I'm advising people not to go very hard on alcohol. Yes, don't go hard very hard on alcohol. It's very important.
The thing you are saying, cry, I can taste beer.
Is it supposed to be hard liquor that is a problem, or
all alcohol?
Yeah. Lager stouts.
So we have lager stouts, ciders, or all.
Or it's just whiskey and the hard one.
I know for soft drinks as well.
Yeah.
You know, what we call minerals.
Can you imagine?
It's minerals. The soft drinks as well. So if you could touch on the alcohol in this, because I know excessive taking of soft drinks also can cause. So if you could touch on those two parts.
So when it comes to the alcohol, there's a tolerable amount that your body can tolerate.
Okay.
Is it universal or everybody in their own?
Yeah. So these studies were done in the US. We don't have one for Africa, but
yes.
Yeah, that's the problem, right? So the only thing is, most of us go beyond it. Most of us go beyond. See, if a friend tells you, "I'll take one shot at the beer," trust me, you will take more than that. So most of the time, my clients, I don't even give them the figure to go on this.
I have a tough question. Do you drink?
No, I don't drink.
You don't drink. You eat salad. You come here.
So the problem is, I used to go out with boys and drink. But after I saw a case where a young guy died out of poisoning, alcohol poisoning. And I was the one at post taking care of the guy.
It's hard.
And the guy told me that, Charlie, if you drink, please stop. That's advice. I was in school. So
and that's a message.
So I said, no, I'll not go on alcohol again.
Yeah.
Mad.
So it's
that's soft drinks near.
So the soft drinks, the problem we have here is that most of our soft drinks are just sugars or
sugar, Charlie,
colorings and other things. And you see, that's a problem. You see, yesterday I took malt and eggs because I closed very late yesterday. You see, taking it is not a problem, but the amount and the consistency of you taking it, that's a problem. So we can all have soft drinks once in a while, and all that. But some people, it's their lifestyle. I have one client of mine. Anytime she finishes eating, she needs to drink Coke.
Yeah, I have a friend like that as well.
She won't be your client for long.
So if you take 7/7, that's throughout the week, we reduce it to 6 for 2 weeks. Then we come to 5.
You had gone to 1. I think we need to bring you back for an extensive conversation where we'll have families also, sending in their questions and all of that. Maybe we should do that during the Christmas break.
Kids also eat a lot.
So that parents will definitely pay attention to that. But this all time will allow us, thanks to Dietician Nii of Nimart Nutrition for joining us with thoughts about what we are eating this Christmas, how we are eating it, what we are drinking as well. We didn't talk about sleep yet, so definitely another time when he joins us, we'll talk about that. We are all prepping for December in GH. More importantly, for the festivities as we prepare to. You said we should let ourselves go and eat
but in moderation.
In moderation. Okay. Anyway, and a kebab in moderation. My name is MzGee. I've been here with Cyril, Lerny, and of course Olele. We are back again tomorrow for the Thursday edition. Have a great day.